Hey YouTube, Amanda here, and we are interviewing second place YCS top Sorosh Saberian, and he has been piloting a Mermail water deck, and he is here to talk to us about it. Go ahead.
He's better at talking about it, but
Okay.
sure. So I'll just do a really quick overview of like the cards. So it's 3 Tidal, 3 Aqua Spirit, 2 Megalo, 1 Lead, 3 TS, 3 Pike, 1 Turge, 3 Lind, 3 Gundy, or Gund, I really don't know how it's pronounced, 3 Infantry, 2 Marksmen, 1 Dragoons, 1 Oshia, 3 Maxi, and 2 Veilers. Spells, 3 MSC, Traps, 3 Sphere.
Okay. And so obviously you're one of the players that know that there's back rows and hand traps are still obviously very relevant, despite what some people think, correct?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
When you go to an event where you don't actually know what everyone's going to be playing, cards like MSC or Veiler become incredibly huge. And we already, like me and Bobby, discussed Maxi for a really long time because we kept thinking, well, maybe you don't even need Maxi just because people are thinking of playing a lot of Fire Fist and Blackwings. But then little by little, we learned that dragons are still really good. And I mean, Maxi is the best hand trap in the game, so not playing it would be silly.
Okay. And then side. And
Side
extra.
deck?
Whichever one you'd like first.
I'll do side first. So 2 Vandy's Fiend, 1 Snowman, 1 Morphing Jar, 1 Dark Hole.
Transmigration's gonna be funny too.
Yeah, 2 goes in match, 2 Skill Drain, 2 Iron Wall, 2 Chain Whirlwind, probably the best card in my side deck.
And what were you using that on specifically?
Against Prophecy, or I was even using it against, like you could use it against Fire Fist, Blackwings, anything that just, we use it against Evil Storm, anything that sets a lot of cards. And I'll explain like how it works, and it's really good. I think everyone who plays this deck should play 2 in their side deck or main deck depending on the meta. 1 EEV and 1 Transmigration Prophecy.
Okay.
So the funny thing is, before I go even to like the extra deck, there's a funny story with these 2 cards. So before the event, we decided that we were going to play 2 Transmigration Prophecies because it's broken. Little did I know, it's actually limited to 1. So we submitted our deck list with 2. The judges looked over 3 decks, mine, Bobby's, and Justin Mills, he's not here, but we all had 2 listed. They all said no problem.
3 different judges.
3 different judges, for real. And so, I guess like 30 minutes later, we go to Bote and we're like, yeah, we're playing 2 Transmigration Prophecy because it's broken. And Bote goes, but it's at 1. So we go to the judge and we're like, okay, it's your fault, so we need to like come up with something really quick, like we need to swap it out. And Bobby's like, man, I'm gonna play No Man Eater, randomly. I even go to Jason Grabermeyer, I'm like, Jason, what is a good card to side? Just give me a good card. And he was like, go away, I'm working, and all that stuff. But yeah, so with little time, I think we only had like 10 minutes. After some thought, Snowman Eater was the MVP.
And did it end up doing anything specific?
No, he was never sided in.
Never decided.
Oh, actually, no, I lied. I did play this card against a Bujin player.
Oh, okay.
Round 6. It actually helped,
Okay.
and it did win me a game, so
There you go.
can't say it didn't help.
And then the
This
extra.
is the most important part, by the way, the extra deck.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'll explain how that works too. So these are obvious 2 Draco sacks. 1 Abyss Gaios, 1 Big Eye, and I think that is it. Yeah. I play 1 Synchro, which is Crimson Blader. So these are really standard. The Crimson Blader is, again, standard. Not for, I guess, Exceeds. We played 1 Crazy Box. I really dislike this card, but I side Skill Drain and EEV,
Yeah.
and he basically forced me to play it.
Did you
even though-
actually end up using
No.
any of its effects?
I actually think it's garbage.
Just
but
EEV
he
target?
really likes EEV, and so we played it. Yeah, 1 Dweller, 1 Cowboy. This card is actually surprisingly good because a lot of times you have a hard time going over big monsters if you don't have infantry. Even though I play 3, I don't always have it. and the 800 damage actually does a lot. Mainly because even when I played Patrick Hoban in like the final round, game 1, I took him to really low, popped both back rows with 2 different Jackal sacks, and then just summoned it, and I knew I had one.
Okay.
Zen main, it's really good. Levier. There are some ridiculous OTK combos you can do with them, like you just bring back marksman and stuff and game. The Bauble, we decided to put it in discard last minute. It's really good because it just dumps title, and sometimes you just don't have access to it, especially when you're siding. You usually take out one because you put an Imperial Iron Wall. I think that's what it's called. So we played 2 Trites. This card is actually really good, mainly because when you play against dragons, they have no way of getting rid of it effectively. The way to summon it is Bahamut Shark. And the reason why this deck becomes really broken is this guy. So you play 3 Aqua Spirit and 3 TS. So anytime you open with those cards, you end up with a board of this guy, and this guy. And he still has an XYZ attached, and this guy has 2 XYZs attached. Even if they Dark Hole, use the effect of this will stay, and this will get you a Lind.
Okay. And to any of the players that don't know what this does, can you just give a quick explanation?
Sure. It's kind of like Wind-Up Zen mains, but no, it's really not like Wind-Up Zen mains. It has an 18 auto attack, first of all. You basically turn a monster that's an attack to defense, a monster you control, and it cannot be destroyed in any way, shape, or I don't know, in any way.
During either player's turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's actually.
So it's a chainable.
Yeah. So basically, your Bahamut Shark is always going to live, so you always get another Trite. So that's why we play 2 Trites. So you usually tend to have a board like this by turn 2, and
Nice.
it's like a 2-card combo, and they can't really get rid of it that easily.
Any closing comments? Anything you would have done differently at this event, side deck or main deck wise, now that you know what you know? A snowman?
Yeah. Honestly, this card was clutch when I was playing Hoban. I actually made a really nice play. He had a Stardust on board, and he had a Phalanx in graveyard. I had an MST and Transmigration in hand. I just set them and passed. He went Ravine the turn after, and got a, I don't know, he pitched like, I think Blaster in graveyard because he already had Phalanx. And so I MST, and then he does the Stardust play. And then he summons ducks, and then I just sent back the Stardust and the Phalanx. So it actually works really well, especially if you're playing Mermails, because everyone should know the ruling.
Yeah.
If you pitch with Megalo, you play Transmigration in response to like, or on a chain to Megalo's
it's exclusive.
summoning condition, effect, whatever you want to call it.
Accepted.
The monsters that are sent to the graveyard don't actually get their effects, so you pretty much plus. I don't know how else to say it. Yeah, and again, Chain Whirlwind. I should probably explain this because most people don't know.
Yes.
This card is actually MVP. Like, it wins you most games. I played it against Frazier. He was just stunned. Like, he couldn't believe it. Basically, an end phase, you do a sphere on a Lind, putting out cards, being really unorganized. It's the way to do it. Lind. And so in the end phase, when this card is, these 2 are destroyed, they go to the graveyard, and this forms a chain link. So this one becomes chain link 1, and chain roll 1 becomes chain link 2. So now you pop two back rows, and you get to summon a pike. And the best part about this is the pike will actually get its effect. Where are you? So I can actually pitch and search. So if I have infantry, I can play infantry, pop the monster, and search for marksman, which lets you go into huge plays, right? Because you go marksman, this guy, into dragoons, and yeah, you get the idea.
Okay, awesome. For those of you who don't know, Sorosh is on a team called United Gosus. There's going to be a link in the description below to their team. They have a lot of really known players that
We're the best.
Yeah,
Bote's in it.
Yep. And there's a lot of really good players on the team. Go ahead and check out their page and like it. Follow them. They're always at events, and they're always doing stuff like this. All right. My name's Amanda. Hope you guys enjoyed this deck profile. Take care.